Hello viewers, welcome to Codeforany. Shift UI inside. Today we need to see this here the top tab view. UI need to develop and then after we need to develop here the health tips. Tabs we need to develop here. Let's start how to create inside the now. First of all we need to see these designs inside the XD files. Now need to open and today we need to first of all the create here the app bars. Then after we need to develop here the top tab view. Need to develop and then after need to develop this here the health tips tabs need to develop this UI like this similar to let's first of all need to home folder inside you need to create here the new groups and to give this here the names as a top tab view and inside you need to create here the new files and to give this here the shift UI names top tab view screen like this creates here and also need to create here the another groups and to give this here the name health tip and inside you need to create another new files create here the shift UI view and to give this here the names as a health tip tab screen and create here now first of all need to develop here the top tab view now need to create here the z text and also need to give this here the new hide extensions methods need to call this here and now need to opening this here the canvas and to show this here the UI. First of all need to needed image you need to import here and to put this here this image needs and to create here single scale so need to set this here. Now need to go inside the top tab view and to declare here the some variables need to set here. First of all need to save inside the active tabs need to need this here the one variables state where select tab is equal to 0 and then after need to another state variables and to declare this here the tab names array and now need to create here the one by ones the names. First of all first tabs are the health tips, second tabs is a exercise, third tabs is the workout plan, and fourth tab is challenges, sixth tabs is a trainers, and last one is the dietitians. Like this creates here the like this create here the tab names area need to develop done and now need to develop here the views text and also need to set here the spacing set here 0. Now need to create here the bracket. First of all need to develop this here the app bars, create here the horizontal text. Inside we need to create here the text property and to set this here the titles as a app names as the health. Now we need to set here the font custom font extension methods need to call regulars and to set here the 18s and now need to set this here the max left and then after need to create here the foreground color and we need to set here color white then after set here the horizontal 20 and vertical 15s then after need to set this here the top safe area And then after need to set here the background colors as a color secondary app like this sets. And now need to set here the bottom padding 0.5 like this configures and to show this here the UI look like this showing here. And now we need to create here the scroll view, develop here the scroll view, and now need to set here the axis dot horizontals like this sets here and look like this here the show UI. And now we need to develop here the lazy stack, lazy horizontal text, and now need to set here the spacing, set here the 0. And now inside we to put this here. Then after we need to configure this here the frame and to give this here the height as a 15. Those need to top tab bars need to develop that, so I need to set here the fixed height, set here 15. And now need to set here the background colors as the same as tab bars. Now need to copy and need to paste this here, and also need to set this here the temporary space need to set and to show like this here the tab view like this showing here. Now inside need to develop this here the buttons UI. First of all need to write down here the for each loops and to give this here 0 to tab names array dot counts. And now need to create give this here the id dot self need to set this here /self. And now need to get here the index as a in. And now need to develop here the button like this sets and to set here the action like here's. Now we need to create here the view stack, and now to set here the space, also another space, and between need to set this here the text and to give this here the name index of value and set this here like this regulars 18, and also need to give this here the foreground color. If indexed equal to select tab and to set this here the color primary app colors, and otherwise need to set here color white like sets and to configure this here. And also need to set this here the horizontal padding 20. We need to set this here and look like this here the showing here this data. And now need to set here the with animations body and to set this here the select tabs and to set here the index like this configures this data. And also need to develop this here the here underlines need to draw. First of all needs here the rect and need to set here the fill color and to give this here the same colors copy here and to paste this here. If not, then to set here the clear colors. And now need to set this here the frame, give this here the heights as a 2, and also need to give this here the alignments as a bottom like this configures. And now need to set here the horizontal 15 space and also need to set here the shadow, give this here the 2 like this showings and to displaying here the yellow dividers. And click to change this here with animations like this top tabs are tab bars are the develop here the duns, and now need to develop here the tab bars. First of all, need to set this here the tab view and selections, and now need to set this here the dollar select tabs and contents. Inside we need to set this here the data. First steps inside we need to set this here the health tip screens like this sets, and to give this here the text as a 0 like this configures. And then after, so need to set here the another containers, set here 1 temporary. Need to set this here the, and to show this here how look like this show 2 3 4 and 5. And now need to give this here second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth like this showing, and to set this here. And also need to set this here the types. So need to set this here, set here the tab view styles, and to give this here the page indexed mode. So need to set this here the neighbors like this configures, and look like this here the show, and change this here the tabs. Also need to change and automatically change this here the UI. Now this is the top tab bars develops are the done, and now need to develop here the health tips tabs. Need screen need to develop here. First of all, need to go here the health tip screens, and now need to set here the first of all needed array data. Need to set this here. Now need to develop here the states where list array, and I have already prepared this here the data, and to put this here paste here. Now like this sets, first of all need to set here the title, subtitles, image inside need to give this here the path. Here's this path need to set here the image names like this sets, and showing this here. Now need to times of the drawing this here the UI on this screens. First of all need to develop here the sets text like this sets, and now need to create here the scroll view, and inside we need to create here the lazy v stack, and also need to set here the spacing as 15 like this configures here, and also need to set here the padding all 15s like this configures. And then after need to draw here the for each loop, give this here the 0 of, to need to give this here the list array counts, and now need to set here the id is equal to slash dot self like this configures, gets here the indexed in like this write down here. Then first of all need to get this here the objects, set here the list array, and to get here the index of value like this configures here, and to get this here the data. Now we need to develop here the button actions, and now here clear ears, and now need to configure this here the max left. Then after need to set this here the foreground color, give this here the colors as a primary text. Then after need to set this here the background color white, and after need to create here the corner radius, set here the 10, and last ones need to set this here the shadow, set as a like this creating here. Now we need to develop here the UI. First of all need to set this here the z text, need to need this here, and need to set here the image resource. Inside need to give this here the object, and to give this here the parameters names as an image, and optional value set here the black. Now set here the resizables scale to fill, and then after need to set here the frame as I need to give this here the width as a screens width minus, need to give this here the padding as a 13. Now need to set here the heights, give this here the width percentage of the 50%, 60% minus, set here the 15s like this showing here, and then after need to set this here the max. Set here the top padding, and we need to set here 60. Like this, we need to configure here, and also need to set percentage. Like this, sets here the data, and not names. Need to set here the image parameters. Look like this, showing here the image. Now we need to develop here the top shaders similar to this UI. Need to open this here the XD files. Now this UI now need here to develop. First of all, need to create here the wish text here inside the that tag inside. Set here wish text, and now need here some copy this data and to paste this here. Also need to set here the all 15 configures are set, and need to set here the program words. Need to remove here already set it. Now need to set here the text property. Set your text object, and to give this here the title, and now need to set this data. After need to set here the multi lines and give this here the line as a leading, and now need to set here the fonts. Custom font extension method to calls, and to pass this here the medium, and to set here font size 40. Like this configures, and then after again so need to copy this data, and we need to paste this here, and to set this here the subtitle, and set here the fonts as a 10 and light like sets, and these configurations are the done. And now need to load this here the UI. Now we need to configure this here the alignment top 60 here, and to set this here. Also need to set this here max left, and copy here max left. Like this configures for this UI, and look like this here the show. And now need to check this here inside the top tab, and similar to see this here the XD file designs and show this data. Now compare with the XD files and with this UI, similar to show this here the same. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment section. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.